Welcome to a Quest for Metal, and it's not just any Quest for Metal this time. Oh no, no, no. Today, I'm very proud, we're going to be guiding little Timmy, classic little Timmy. We're guiding him through the metal iceberg. He's going on a metal journey, and we're going to guide him along the way. And for those of you unfamiliar with the metal iceberg, it's basically like this. The tip of the iceberg is the surface level band, surface level music. And the further you go down, the bigger the iceberg gets, the more obscure the bands are, and little Timmy is going to go on a wild adventure from the mundane to the obscure. And hopefully, he's going to find some bands he'll enjoy throughout, and hopefully he doesn't get too corrupted. But, we'll see. We'll see. Now let's drop little Timmy off on the tip of the iceberg with all the entry-level bands and see how he gets on. We are now entering the Boomer Zone. The bands at the tip of the iceberg are the ones you'd expect to hear on the radio. You got your Metallicas, you got your Guns N' Roses, Iron Maiden would be in this category, AC/DC is a big one, they always play that on the radio. And of course Black Sabbath, the band that created it all, little Timmy has to start there. All classic bands to help little Timmy grow. His happiness is at 100%. He's still outside, he's still playing, he's having a gay old time. His parents' music, the old music, the music of yonder, is seeping into his soul, and he's starting to get a taste for it. But he wants to develop and, grow into his own man. So little Timmy's made a run for it. He wants his own identity, he wants more bands, a bit heavier, to call his own. So I guess we should follow him to the next zone. So let's go down with him, down with the sickness. Ooh, So the next level has all the kind of metalcore bands you'd expect, and some other heavy metal bands like Five Finger Death Punch, Avenged Sevenfold, Bullet for My Valentine, Trivium, Killswitch Engage, Slipknot, all the kind of bands you'd expect for a growing teenager who wants to develop his own musical identity. His happiness levels here, about 40%. He's kind of angry. He's kind of in that angsty stage. He's stuck on a fucking iceberg. I'd be pretty angry too. Only listening to this shit, I'd be pretty angry. His happiness has dropped off a bit. But his Mountain Dew levels, 100%. I'm kind of worried for little Timmy. I think he might have grown like a Mountain Dew addiction. Too much Five Finger Death Punch and COD. I think we're gonna have to do an intervention. I need some ship to crash into this iceberg to drop him to the next level. And luckily, I see one fucking coming. So Timmy has dropped once again to another level, another tier, and this one, this one's pretty good. I like this tier. This is a comfortable tier that I think most people would enjoy, and a lot of metalheads are probably in at the moment. I like to call this tier, hey, why isn't Testament in the Big Four? So in this tier, Timmy is again exploring more metal, but it's less angsty this time. He's just exploring it for the love of music. This is a nice tier. Calm before the storm. He liked Metallica. He's now exploring Megadeth, Anthrax, Slayer. All the big four. More thrash bands are on this level. Also deathcore. He liked metalcore, but he wants a bit heavier. He's going to deathcore bands like Whitechapel, Suicide Silence. He's getting into them. Something a bit more interesting for his brain. He's a growing lad, He's got a mustache. He's got pubes growing. He wants something to grow in there as well. And he's discovered Dream Theater. He hated the vocals, so he moved on to Fate's Warning. And then he went back to Dream Theater and was like, oh yeah, they're pretty good actually. They're pretty good. He is now into prog. He's got into bands like Mastodon and Gojira as well. And he likes more heavy music now, but he wants to get heavier. He wants to get heavier, more interesting. His tastes are growing, just like his hair. His hair is growing at an alarming rate as well. The happiness on this level is about 80%. Mountain Dew level, 0%. He's kicked his addiction, but his beer levels are at 80%. So he might start becoming an alcoholic, but we'll just put that down to being a thrash head at the moment. So yeah, let's move on. He's climbed down a tier to the zone I like to call the Larping Layer. Now in this area he wanted to go a bit heavier, but also a bit nerdier. He started to explore power metal, stuff like Blind Guardian, Iced Earth, which all work in tandem with his Magic the Gathering cards, which he somehow managed to sneak onto the fucking Iceberg. I don't know how he managed to get them on. I mean, I don't know who he's playing with. I don't know if he's playing with puffins or penguins. I don't know. Little Timmy's little shit. Also, he's using blue. What kind of asshole uses blue? Now I know he's fucked. He's using blue. Anyway, he's loving the power metal, but he wants more heavy metal. He's enjoyed Gojira. He's enjoyed the chunky riffs of Gojira. He wants something a bit heavier. So he's found this thing called Death. And they are an amazing band, and now he's getting into Cannibal Corpse, Morbid Angel, these classic death metal bands, and he's loving it. He's also found Blackened Death. From Death, Blackened Death, Behemoth, Belphegor. He's liking this kind of evil twang to the death metal. And Opeth, he liked Dream Fit, he liked Fate's Warning. He's now getting into Opeth, which is more harsher, deathier prog. And he even liked Orchid and Morning Rise, the more black side of prog. So his tastes are developing nicely. He's starting to get a little goatee though, and a bit pudgier, a bit fatter. I think he's clubbing a lot of seals to death. There's nothing really else to eat here. So he's eating a lot of seals, which is kind of worrying. It's kind of worrying. His Mountain Dew levels are back up. They're back up. Beer, not so much in this level, but Mountain Dew has just gone Warhammer levels 100%, and it's only going to get worse. So he's just fallen off the fucking iceberg. Okay, let's go to the next tier. The next tier is Cavalt Club. No girls allowed. Happiness level on this one is 20%. I mean, could you expect any different? He is now exploring true Cavalt. He's exploring second wave black metal. He's enjoyed Belphegor, Behemoth, and now he's onto something else. Mayhem. He started to explore the Norwegian black metal scene, other black metal bands, Burzum, Satyricon, everything a growing boy needs in the Arctic. He also wants heavier death metal. He likes Cannibal Corpse, yeah, but he wants something heavier. So he's found this thing called Tech Death and Brutal Death. So he's explored some Suffocation, some Cryptopsy, and also Death Doom. He's explored this thing called Death Doom, Autopsy, Swallow the Sun, Catatonia. It's bringing his happiness levels down a bit. He's going further down into darkness, so that makes sense. I mean, these themes are getting a bit dark for him, a bit morbid, and he's going a bit cuckoo, bit Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. He's almost turned into a seal. He's that round. He's eaten so many seals. He's started to eat the iceberg now. He's that fat. He's trying to eat the iceberg, and it's succeeding, because he just fell down another layer. His facial hair is now all over his face. He's like a werewolf, pretty much, which is good for being in this cold climate. So I can't say too much, but I'm kind of worried. His Mountain Dew levels has gone to 1,000%, and I don't think that's fucking possible. But this fucking little fat werewolf has done it. And I don't know how. I kind of want to pull little Timmy out, but I think he'll make it in the end. This next tier I like to call Ooh Slam Balam. This is a heavier form. We got some slam. We got some brutal death. We got devourment. We got some funeral doom with Ahab, esoteric, evoken. He's getting into the fucking fisherman mindset. We got some death grind, gore grind. We got some Anal Nafrak, eternal bleeding. We got some drone music with Sun O. We got some noise projects as well. This is going off the rails now. He's going way too far. We need to pull him back up. But the fucking line has snapped. He's too far underwater now. He's also too fat. The thing won't be able to lift him up. He's full of Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, seal guts, and ice chunks. He is not going anywhere except down. Deeper down. And this level is just... Oh, it's too heavy, so I don't know. The pressure from this metal is gonna make his eyes explode. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but we are moving on to the next level. The next level, here it is. Happiness. What is happiness? Human levels? Non-existent. He's turned into a fucking whale. He's literally transcended into a whale. There's no coming back now. He's actually a whale. On this level we have bands such as Total Self-Hatred, Leviathan, Cock and Ball Torture, basically all the fucking weird shit you can find. Gore grind, porno grind, we got NSBM, we got DSBM, we got BMBM, do. This whale ain't coming back. I feel bad. I put little Timmy through this and now I feel bad. This is the end of the line. This is the end of the road. Timmy's journey is over. He's now a whale, swimming around at the bottom of the sea. The iceberg has consumed him. These bands have corrupted him. Human levels are at 0%. Mountain Dew levels are at 10,000. There's no hope. Little Timmy is screwed. Holy shit. Just when we thought the iceberg had ended, another final layer was found. A final layer that Timmy managed to go through, and he has transcended into godhood. He's become a god. Human levels, negative 1,000. Godlike powers, 100%. He's the all-seeing, all-knowing being. And there is only one band at this tier. There is only one band that is all-encompassing, whose fans will rise up like angels from the ashes. It is the only metal band that matters. The one true metal band of all goddamn time. It is Baby Metal. It could only be Baby Metal. The most obscure, the greatest, the most magical, mythical band ever to grace this earth has transcended little Timmy into a god. Well, that was the metal iceberg. Little Timmy had a little adventure. You know, little Timmy had some fun. He went on a little adventure. He turned into a whale, got addicted to Mountain Dew, and became a god.